always remember the first time I met Larry Lesser. He was introduced to me by Danny Feldman, a mutual friend, because we were looking for someone to add to our board of directors at Oxford Clinical Communications. I walked into Larry's office in New York at DMB&B. I was greeted by an archetypal ad man, bow tie, suspenders, and a big broad smile. Larry grew up in Brooklyn, where he attended the King's Highway Academy and went on to James Madison High School, famous for alumni such as Ruth Bader Ginsburg, Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, and 6 Nobel laureates. Larry's first job in the medical advertising industry was with the Froelich Agency, where he started as an assistant traffic manager. During the course of his career with Bill Froelich, he moved through the ranks and became a vice president. When Bill Froelich tragically passed away, many of the employees decided to start their own agency. Larry and Bill Castagnoli, Cass, who later became his brother-in-law, started Medicus with Ed Dent, with the help of some funding from Benton and Bowles.
Really, several years ago when I was rising up through the ranks of Medicus, Larry had since, before I moved into a leadership position, had since retired. But he was incredibly generous with his time. As I was a new leader and trying to learn the ropes, Larry was always there to listen when I had questions or issues to help resolve. But I think it's so appropriate, because the most remarkable thing about Larry Lesser, it's so appropriate that he's being inducted into the Hall of Fame, in that for me, Larry Lesser was a man that could see beyond the horizon and around the corner. I say that because Larry Lesser really could look around the world. He was the first to realize that healthcare companies, agencies, should have offices around the world. He created a network at Medicus that spanned the globe. And he was really the first to take that step and do it against what at the time people thought shouldn't be done, because healthcare communications was very much a colloquial business based in a marketplace because of regulations and cultural biases and preferences. But Larry found a thread that would connect all the way through globally, and he built the biggest network at the time that had a global footprint from the United States to Europe to Asia. I say he also saw around corners, in that Larry was also one of the first to connect that network to a consumer network, consumer agency. At the time, he was one of the first to sell to a consumer brand, at that time, Darcy Macis Benton and Bowles, which later became BCom3 and merged with Leo Burnett, and eventually became part of the Publicis Group.
Larry and I became business partners when we founded Apothecom together. Apothecom became part of a larger organization called Access Healthcare Communications, which was acquired by Huntsworth PLC in 2007. Larry was a great mentor to many, many people. He had a unique way of asking questions so that you would come up with the answer yourself. He would often ask, "Neil, why did you say that? Why did you do that?" And it was just his way of making you think through your actions and your thoughts to make sure that you were thinking straight. And if you weren't thinking straight, he would tell you. Larry's dedication to his career was second only to his love and devotion to his family. Every year, Joanna and Larry would take the family down to St. Martin, stay at La Semana Hotel. And on one of those trips to St. Martin, they found a beautiful piece of land on the beach where they built an amazing home. Their home was an amazing place to spend quality time with family. It was also home to several island dogs that Larry had adopted.
It is so deserving that the Medical Advertising Hall of Fame is honoring Larry Lesser. He was a true pioneer. He built a global healthcare network and connected it to a consumer network, and built an enterprise that really was the envy of the industry. Congratulations to his entire family, who I know are here today.
I'm very proud that Larry's being inducted into the Medical Advertising Hall of Fame. His achievements in our industry are unparalleled, but his love and devotion to his family is immense. And I want to congratulate Joanna and the family on this great recognition of Lawrence, Larry, Loy Lesser's achievements.